Business Botswana Media and Creative Arts sector, I'd like to welcome formally my former boss, my friend, my brother, Latty, the founder of Yarona FM. And last but not least, I'd like to welcome the most important people today, being the nominees and your respective management teams. Lerofi. This year is a different YAMAs. I'm sure a lot of you were wondering why not the usual razzmatazz big event that we have at night where we celebrate all our winners, etc. The reason why this year is different was a deliberate decision that we took. That the essence of the YAMAs is to recognize the artists who put in a lot of work in terms of production, marketing, to ensure that we, the consumers of their products, enjoy good quality works. I remember when we started Yarona FM in '99, and we had a quota of local music, I think it was 20%. We struggled to find good quality music that could even make up 20% of our playlist. Today, in the month of September, every year, we play 100% local music on Yarona FM. And sometimes I don't even know whether a song is produced here or in South Africa or overseas. And that's testament to the quality of the work that is being put out by our artists in this country. And therefore the YAMAs, that's the essence of the YAMAs, is to recognize and encourage these artists, so that every year there's something that they look forward to as an industry, to say, let us recognize and reward our peers in the industry who have done well, so that the others in the following year may want to emulate and surpass what the previous year's winners are. So this today is about you. We could have postponed this event and said, okay, let us wait to get more sponsors on board and whatever, so that we can do our usual razzmatazz. But we felt that it was important that the people who really matter, being the artists, are recognized. And we hope that next year, as we do YAMAs 10, we will have other sponsors like ODC coming on board, so that we can celebrate artists for the 10th YAMAs in maybe a slightly bigger and better way, if you like. But this year, ultimately, you will hear from Tonderai, who I know has been doing a lot of work behind the scenes for the creative arts sector, so that you can understand what you can do as well as artists from a business perspective to empower yourselves, so that this becomes something that is a livelihood and not just a side hustle or a hobby. So with those few welcome words, I'd like to thank you all once again. We are in a hotel, but I'll still say what we say traditionally. You can relax and have a wonderful time. Today is a relaxed setting. You know, it's not as formal as some of these other events you probably attend. So please, let's it be about celebrating and enjoying today. Thank you very much.
Well, good morning. Please, may we take our seats. I'm not sure how to read this, but good morning, everyone. You are all looking so amazing. So I have this thing of speaking before I get to the actual crux of the speech. But I have discovered that in the midst of doing all of that, I tend to kind of divert from everything. So I promise to try to stick to the script. But before I even get to what I'd like to share with you guys, I was listening to you speak, Relopang, talking about how the purpose of the event is to come and honor and celebrate our artists who find themselves in a sphere that oftentimes is, you know, it's more like volunteerism. In other parts of the world, you could be multi-millionaires, but in Botswana, it's not a very easy terrain to navigate. I honor each and every single one of you this morning for the hard work you continue to put in your craft as we continue to build from the foundation of where we took over as government, and we are co-laborers in this thing. We are co-laborers in this thing. So relopang selisi dirileng is very commendable. You know, there's a Bible scripture that I think of when I'm actually speaking now and addressing you. You know, it's something small. The scripture is very clear that despise not your day of humble beginnings. The Lord delights in seeing the work begin. With those few words, Director of Ceremonies, Yarona Media Holdings Director, Mr. Dumilo Pang, and Yarona Board Chairperson, Mr. Neongwaku. I don't see him in absentia. Big shout out to you. I have got such a photographic memory. But the names. So I'm so glad I remembered your name. So artists and creatives, sponsors, the media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, pula. So I usually have a podium on me. Pray for me that I do not struggle to deliver this, because this is so important. It really, really, truly is. I had to make time from my duties to come and be here and honor you all, because you hold a very special place in my heart. I've said this in quite a few platforms before. Had God not decided to place me in the service or the sphere that he has placed me in, which is of course government, I would be in the creative arts industry, no doubt. Growing up, my family knew staging. I've had a stint in it actually. Maybe I shouldn't have said that, because now you're going to extract minister. But isn't that how God just does things? He tends to take the do-nothings and places them in order to get the glory. Continue serving. I love speaking about how John Maxwell said this. He said leadership is about serving. And for you to be a leader, it must come from a place of serving. For many years, I tell young people, I served without getting a cent. I served, I gave in church, anywhere else, volunteer work, I was there. And doing that actually opens up doors for you. I'm talking to the young people now. Hey, stick to the script, man. Thelma, you must pray for me. But I think it tends to be more genuine and sincere when you don't have something crafted and you come and just get on stage and you start to speak. I want to speak from the heart with the utmost sincerity, not just come to tick a box. But I was getting back to the point, as a young person, what I saw serving opened up doors for me. It placed me in rooms with all manner of people that you only read about in the papers. I was able to find myself in rooms with them because I chose to serve. I chose to serve. So I continue to encourage you to do just that, which I know you are doing. You are giving your all to your craft with little to no return. In the end, it shall pay off. Ladies and gentlemen, it is truly my honor to join you today at the celebration of talent, passion, and perseverance. The Yarona FM Music Awards, popularly known as the YAMAs, are not just an award ceremony as we know, they are a declaration that creativity is alive and thriving in Botswana, that our young people are not just the leaders of tomorrow, but the innovators of today. Allow me to read from Isaiah 43 verses 19. So after being a creative, I'm coming back, as Mamuritia always say. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. Now this verse speaks directly to the idea that God is always doing new and innovative things, even in places that seem barren or unlikely. Like how young people in Botswana can rise up and create new paths in their communities and beyond. It echoes the idea of creativity thriving, breaking new ground, and flourishing in places where it might not always be expected. Ladies and gentlemen, I am informed that the YAMAs were established in 2014, as we just heard, as a homegrown platform to recognize and reward Botswana's urban music scene. Since then, this initiative has grown into one of the most anticipated events on our cultural calendar. It has become more than just a night of glamour, in this case a morning, and accolades. It is a platform that amplifies the voices of our youth and puts the spotlight on their dreams. I'm also informed that over the past 8 editions, more than 6 million pula has been invested into our creative economy through the YAMAs. From production crews to fashion designers, shout out to the fashion designers, hotels to stage managers, this platform has created short-term employment for more than 800 creatives. The numbers, we can certainly improve on that, and we will. The key, I said this relopang at an unveiling of Tombstone Yaha Drama Boy. Gere, political will is there. We are just political figures. You know your craft. I cannot tell you how you should do things, but we come and labor together, support one another, in order for you to realize what it is you want to do. The job of government is to facilitate an environment that is conducive for you to thrive. I can tell you without flinching there is political support, hence my being here. And as the poet Rumi once said, let yourselves be silently drawn by the strange pull of what you really love. It will not lead you astray. Today we celebrate those who followed the strange pull of their passions and are lighting the path for others. I am further informed, hangabe ke le ko parlamenteng, Honorable Wakomutshudi tsala ya me ke ratang, motlabar, hey Minister, I am informed. But yes, I'm informed that Yarona FM, the brainchild behind the YAMAs, has for over 25 years been a major player in nurturing and launching the careers of some of Botswana's most influential creatives and media personalities. That is no small feat. It speaks to a deliberate commitment to youth empowerment. It reminds us of the old wisdom that you plant a tree not for the shade it gives you, but for the fruit it will bear for future generations. The Bible says you will eat the fruit thereof. Indeed, the creative sector, once seen as a niche, has proven itself to be a driver of both economic growth and national identity. Study done by BITPA shows that creative industries contribute approximately 5.6% of our GDP and employ more than 30% of our youth. The numbers are compelling, but the stories behind the numbers are more powerful. I'm further informed that the YAMAs have paid out over 600,000 pula in prize money to artists since 2020, including during the pandemic. When the world was at a standstill and the creative industry was hit hard, le kgonne go dira hela yalo. That act of solidarity, that choice to stand with artists even when times were tough, is symbolic of the heart behind this initiative. And it is not only about financial rewards. The YAMAs provide more than money. They offer visibility, legitimacy, and momentum. A young person seeing their name in lights, being validated in front of the nation, is priceless. As Nelson Mandela once said, it always seems impossible until it is actually done. Let me commend Yarona FM and all their partners, Cosbot sponsors, and many unsung heroes behind the scenes. You are not just organizing an event, you are shaping a legacy. To the nominees and winners today, big shout out to you. Whether you go home with a trophy or not, you have already won. You have dared to dream. You put your art into the world and to tell your story. That is courage. That is victory. As government, the political will is there. We recognize the potential of the creative industry, not only as a tool for economic diversification, but also as a bridge for social transformation. That is why we are committed to supporting efforts that amplify youth voices and create pathways to sustainable livelihoods. Picture a young woman in Maung with a passion for traditional dance. She has choreographed routines that blend storytelling with modern rhythm, and the community loves her performances. However, without proper costumes, a sound system, or even a safe place to rehearse, her dreams remain confined to village gatherings. Or imagine a group of young creatives in Mulepulle trying to produce a short film that reflects their daily struggles and aspirations, yet they cannot afford quality equipment or post-production tools. It is scenarios like these, common across our communities, that inspired government to introduce the Arts and Culture Grant. We know that if we are not to unlock the true potential of our creative economy, we must remove the financial barriers that so often hold back talent. Through this grant, artists, cultural practitioners, and organizations can now access up to 50,000 pula for small projects and 250,000 pula for the larger initiatives. This is more than just funding. It is our way of saying, we believe in you. We are ready to recognize the scale of ambition many creatives hold, whether it is producing a creative film, feature film, launching a music festival, or building a digital art studio. We are taking it a step further. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, the government is in the process of establishing the National Creative Arts and Film Fund. A big round of applause for that one. We are grinding and pushing behind the scenes to ensure that that happens like yesterday. The fund will serve as a sustainable source of capital for large-scale creative and media projects, aligning with Vision 2036 goals of cultural preservation, job creation, and economic diversification. Consequently, let today serve as a reminder that we invest in creativity, we invest in innovation. When we believe in artists, we believe in the future. So congratulations to all who made this possible, and once again to the artists that continue to serve your serving. Congratulations, keep at it. One day you will look back and understand why the many tears, the many heartaches, the many closed doors were necessary. Because you are actually charting a path for the next generation, but it must begin right here today with all of us. I said political will is there. You have got the talent. Every single platform I am awarded internationally, I never fail to stress that Botswana are the most talented human beings on this earth. When I go and advocate for economic empowerment of citizens, which I do all the time, I said God has blessed us with unbelievable, yes, natural resources, but the most our main asset as a country is the human resource. Don't allow anybody to tell you that you cannot make it. One day I will tell my story, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And we tell these stories not so people should shy away from certain positions, but because we want people to know that if he or she can make it, then I can. My friends tend to say, my goodness, you make this thing look so glamorous. But they know the bad and the ugly that I had to go through, the refining process. So when I speak to you and say, hold on to what you believe in, what God has placed on the inside of you, I speak with the utmost sincerity. I've been on that path. And one day when you do properly hear my story, you will dare to dream, hold on to the dream, and push. Thank you so much, Relopan Repesi, the beautiful creatives that we are celebrating today, the sponsors, ladies and gentlemen, YAMAs 999.
Abre los ojos y verás el momento. Porque siempre estás apurado o estás tomándote tu tiempo. La vida es un viaje, momentos que satisfacen, son las alegrías.
Anyone for a water bottle? Need a water bottle?
Hi everyone, I'm so sorry, but Fun Day has been cancelled due to...
It's been a long year. So celebrate for Moss, not for persons under the age of 18.
Bottle or map?
No, I'm fine.
It's been a long year. So celebrate for Moss, not for persons under the age of 18.
YAMAs 999.
I'm actually very excited to hear that there's a film fund underway, and this is so beneficial, not just for myself, because I'm an actress, writer, and director, but it's also very, very efficient for you, the musician, because now this means your music is going to be included in soundtracks. Now it means when we make local films, be it short films or feature films, and they're spread around the world, either through television or film festivals, your music is also going to be spread as well. I can't forget actually how excited I was when I was watching Netflix and KB as well as Puleng are getting down and busy, and Mposi Bina's Love's Light is playing. Girl, that was such a beautiful moment. And I think that's a feeling you'll never ever forget. And it was so beautiful, Rile Batswana, to watch such an international production featuring one of our very own. Lo and behold, season 4 comes out, and now we have Han C on the soundtrack as well. And I remember, if I'm not mistaken, Deep City, do you know the series that was on Zanzi Magic? Yeah. Right? The intro was actually done by Lioness Ratang. So that song that you heard was done by a fellow Motswana. So let's not give up, right? As much as people like to say the world is your oyster, that's actually the truth. The world is your oyster. And you, my darling, are definitely the next pearls of this world. So shout out to every creative in this room. Our time is now. Woohoo! Our haka speech. Haka motivator. Haka for something yana. Hey, King, let's see, very, very cold. Ladies and gentlemen, before we turn the volume all the way up and set this hotel on fire, we need to acknowledge the powerhouses that made this event possible. A very huge and very, very loud applause to our main sponsors, the Okavango Diamond Company. Ladies and gentlemen, please do allow me to call upon the CFO of the Okavango Diamond Company, Me Dipalesa Maikepe, proving to us that when generosity meets the greatness that the Yarona FM Music Awards are, there is nothing short of beautiful, legendary results. Me.
Thank you, DJ Cat.
Thank you.
Our Assistant Minister of State President, Honorable Me Maipulo Muputi, the board of Yarona, Representative Latty, Dumilopang, artists and creatives, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. So I'm an accountant by profession, so I'll stick to the speech that I've been given. But today I'm out of my comfort zone, so this is very interesting. And as the minister said, you're all looking very suave. The 9th annual Yarona Music Awards, fondly known as the YAMAs, is an event dedicated at honoring incredible talent and achievements in the music industry. It is a great honor and privilege for ODC to be the main sponsor for this prestigious award ceremony, recognizing the incredible achievements of artists who have touched our hearts and continue to inspire our world. ODC joins many across Botswana to celebrate the creativity, your passion, and inspiration that music brings and adds to our lives. Through these awards, we acknowledge the artists who have become the voice of a generation and the champions of our cultural identity. Music has the power to transcend boundaries and bring people together, and today we recognize the extraordinary artists, producers, and teams who make it all possible. We gather here to pay tribute to those who make the music that moves us, tells our stories and shape the soul of our nation. The YAMAs are a powerful reminder that the creative industry is not simply entertainment, it is a key part of our economy, a force for youth empowerment, and a reflection of who we are. ODC's partnership is rooted in our firm belief that Botswana's greatest treasures are not only found beneath the earth, but also in the talent that arises from within its people. Just as diamonds are shaped under pressure and polished to shine, our artists have faced challenges and emerged stronger, brighter, and bolder. Our commitment to supporting the arts is driven by our belief in fostering creativity and empowering dreamers of tomorrow. In the words of Drummer Boy, that's why I suppose Kadibir, because I have a big dream living in a small city. Ke gopola the hard work. Ke gopola untuelela go dira my artwork. But in all seriousness, this morning is not about music. It's about the stories, the memories, the voices that continue to guide and inspire us. A few have left an indelible mark on this industry and our hearts, and on our hearts. And as Drummer Boy says, Sala linna tsatsi lipirima. So his work lives on. Music has the power to unite us, to inspire change, to offer hope. We support our musicians to invest in national pride, innovate, and create the dreams of the next generation. We recognize your hard work, your dedication and passion in producing excellent music. And we are thrilled to play a part in shining a spotlight on your extraordinary talents. To all the nominees and winners, congratulations. Whether this is your first recognition or one of many, your passion and discipline and work will enrich all our lives. And we are humbled to be part of your journey. To those companies outside, let us continue to honor our creatives, invest in their growth, and ensure that stories are heard not just in Botswana but across the world. Thank you and congratulations.
I remember Obereka Makoeng. Remogolo ase go ba dijo mo tafoleng, and I'm on a grind trying to make a milli. Cause if I don't, somebody gonna have to pay the billy. That's why, cause I pussy lead.
Thank you, Mbemakepe. Ladies and gentlemen, before we jump into the awards ceremony, I have just one more speaker, I promise. And then we're getting into the good stuff. Now, when we talk about the creative industry, there's certain people that will definitely come to your mind. The next man I'm about to welcome on stage doesn't just talk the talk. He walks the talk. He lives the talk. He listens to it. He is such a visionary, a thoughtful leader, and most importantly, a creative at heart. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Mr. Tonderai Tsara. Welcome.
Thank you for the introduction and the pressure. I'm standing between you guys and the awards. But like Dumi said, there's serious issues we need to chat about every so often. There's things we need to be cognizant of, and there's things we need to fix. So today I want to speak very briefly but firmly about the urgency of diversifying our funding sources in creativity, the arts, and the media in Botswana. I don't know if you know this, but in Australia, Google and Facebook pay for private news media journalism, right? A percentage of their revenues goes towards paying for journalism. In Australia, in Denmark, 2% cultural levy is applied to streaming revenues. It goes up to 5% if streaming companies do not produce content in Denmark. In France, it's 20%. In Portugal, 4%. In Switzerland, 4%. So we applaud our government in their efforts to provide for creatives, to stimulate creativity and innovation in this country. And we want more and more local content. We want more and more musicians. We want our musicians to thrive here and thrive abroad, thrive in Africa. But that needs funding. There's a media levy in the Media Association Practitioners Bill. Only found this out last week. It needs to be funded. There's the National Creative Arts and Film Fund that the Honorable Minister spoke about in this moments ago. And of course we have COSBOTS, which I'd like to believe cuts a check to active musicians whose music is broadcast on radio and television in Botswana. But we stand at a crossroads where we don't have the kind of funding we see in other countries. The checks are small. The sponsorships are under pressure and not diverse and big enough for everybody. So how do we fund these dreams, and how do we put Botswana on the world stage? And how do we get our talent out there or export our talent? Today, if I'm not mistaken, the president is in Zambia. They are at the African Free Trade, Continental Free Trade Area, a meeting discussing digital trade. I spoke about this a few weeks ago at a memorial. What is digital trade? Digital trade is Netflix. It's Google, all the storage we pay for. It's Facebook, the digital advertising, and so on and so forth. And that is largely driven by you guys. It is driven by creatives, right? I often crack the joke, and people don't appreciate me for this, but you pay for internet in your business or at your place of work. But if you analyze the bandwidth, the emails, the Zoom calls and Teams is 5% of that. The rest is music, it's YouTube, it's movies, and so on and so forth. Telecommunications in our country is somewhere between 4 and 7 billion pula as an industry. What are we getting out of that? When 60% of internet bandwidth is the content that you create. So in as much as our public finances are constrained and our country is challenged, within the activity that we have, we would always argue for and appeal to our government for creatives to get their fair share. We need more funding, and we have the funding mechanisms in place. SEPA, COSBOTS, the media levy, which is new, and the National Creative Arts and Film Fund, which is new. But they need to be funded. And it is our argument that if we look at the ecosystem and what drives the internet and other things in this country, and look at what other people are doing, it should be easy and simple for us to get to a point where our checks are bigger, our funds are well funded, and Botswana's creativity becomes a global export to the world and to Africa. It is painful to not be able to fund proper initiatives and proposals that are made in this country that are very well deserving. It is painful to fund something once and not be able to fund it in perpetuity on the strength of its merit, its reach, and its popularity. So that is our appeal. Let us get the sector funded so that we can thrive, as the minister said, on the basis of our talents, our God-given talents, and the thing that is most important in our country, which is you, which is us, which is the children out there. It is not the resources in the ground and what can come out of the ground. It is what the people can create and add value to. So with that said, thank you so much for having me. Congratulations to all the finalists. You've won already, and I can't wait to see who wins today. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tsara. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to begin. Allow me for the 99th time to welcome you to the 9th edition of the Yarona FM Music Awards. Woohoo! Are you guys excited? Do we have nominees in the room? I see a few that I know. If you're a nominee, hands in the air. Hippie, your hand should have been up first. Thank you. Let me see you, let me see you. So who thinks they're walking away with something this morning? Okay, Lera, thank you very much. Chomi, we walk by faith and not by sight. Love that. Who else is walking by faith? Who else thinks there's win? It's not too late to manifest a win. You've got 5 seconds. Maybe something will change. Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting into the reason why we are here. We're here to celebrate the beats that move us and the voices that get us singing along to every single song. We're here to support the greatness, and most importantly, we are here to do it differently by design. Now, without further ado, allow me to welcome somebody that is so dear to my heart. Yo, Batomudimu, he is literally the favorite person. Kamorata. I don't even know what to say. I just love him so much. He's such a kind guy. He's acting so cool, but I know what he's blushing inside. He is going to be announcing the first group of awards. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce and welcome on stage my better half. We used to host the morning show together, Nakotabo Cat Uncaged. And now don't know if we broke up Kanayang. He is now on his own and he is hosting Saturday mornings from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Uncaged. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the one and only Cage. You need a clap, otherwise you'll freeze. Unal anxiety. Woo!
Popping bottles are in the club. Champagne, me fountains, let's drink it up. I know we broke up, but can we have a little fun?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing this morning? All right, thank you to all two of you. Thank you to all two of you. Let's start it again. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How y'all doing this morning? All right, we can try it better. So my mother used to ask me, why do people wear shades indoors? I never understood it. I thought it was weak. But I can tell you now, because of all the stars that are here this morning, I tell you I need my shades. All right? So good morning to all my crushes in the room, the front row, the middle row, the back row. All right? Thank you so much. All right, so this morning we're going to do it, and we're going to do it right. We're getting on with it. Are you ready for it? Yeah. All right, so let's just get the energy up. Can we just really clap like we don't care? All right, thank you so much. And just forget what Kat was saying. Kat, no, it's fine. I'm talking to all of you that think that, I'm not married. Kat was just, forget what Kat was saying, right? We'll have a conversation after this. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting right into the first award of the morning, Best Newcomer. And here are the nominees.
YAMAs 9. Best Newcomer.
Jackalass One Time, Phoebe. Tuli, Nenoma Seu. Tom Trigo, Pumelela. Sean Pink, Wame. Tato Latty, Nanabella.
And the winner is Jackalass One Time.
Been good or bad days, man, free. I know what you got me, but I don't wanna miss it, feel I'm only what I be. No matter what they try to stop me, man, I cannot change my way.
Awe. Dumelang tlabathong. Ke a le rata tlhaban. A ne se ka rona ngebe ke sa tsaya dideng. So se ke ratang go se bua ke gore dideng e ke ama out. One time. Mare ke ama out in this man, na ke out ke go letseng go strateng, so ke go rile ke feel gore ATI I appreciate you like that. Out ya ka how tuna sengwe out there o feel or so sa go sa appreciate you. Itse gore na go e tla. That's why I say me Yarona ma out. Hosh.
Give it a round of applause, please. Come on now. All right, congratulations to you, my good sir. And just like that, we move on to the second award of the morning. Best Botswana Pop. And here are the nominees.
YAMAs 9. Best Botswana Pop.
Ezra Neethings, Hokatwing. Chokoma, Mother Tongue. ATI, Release. Matere, Utameke. Jackalass One Time, Tipi. Monna mogolo wa thulaganyo, Tlhomaka Serete.
YAMAs 9.
So I walked into a club in Cape Town one time and they asked me, what's your name? I needed to get the ladies, and you know what I said? I said, my name is Matere.
The best. Mawe. Sarapila. CB. Guys, hey, shaks na kering. Kem skipola shkala gare here. Anthony, okay. Come this side, my boy. I can't leave you behind. He's my boy from day one. Thank you very much. Thank you, semi-legendary. He's the mind behind everything. From there we get my king, Chokuba. Thank you very much, bro. Thank you, Yarona FM. Thank you very much.
One more round of applause, please. All right, and just like that, we move on to our third award of the morning, Best Collabo. And the nominees are...
YAMAs 9. Best Collabo.
Hurricane, Master KG and DJ Latty featuring Imo, Dubula. Caswell P featuring Lioness Ratanang, Nakutsele. DJ KSB featuring Hensi, Maloba. Baxon featuring Matere, Chobolo. DJ KSB, Hurricane and Makadzi, Machonisa.
YAMAs 9.
So I walked into a bar. I gotta tell you this. I walked into a bar in Maung. I think it was earlier this year, and there were so many beautiful people. They asked me, "Who are you?" You know what I said? Baxon C. Matere.
Away. Not that next I prepare a speech, but I'll keep saying thanks to my brothers, semi-legendary Matere. Shout out to Anthony Bayo. Shout out to Chokoma. Witzori Hane Kisa Kopana Lebone. Without that influence, I wouldn't have tried this genre. So they accepted me for this thing. So shout out to all the fans for believing. So thank you guys. I love you guys.
Let's get it.
Let's keep that round of applause going, please. All right, I don't know if you've heard how it says, so we're all gonna try it. Can we all say semi-legendary? You gotta love it, right? And just like that, we're moving on to our next award of the morning, the Best Dance. And here are the nominees.
YAMAs Best Dance Single.
Baxon featuring Matere, Chobolo. Ancestral Rituals featuring Isa Sisto, Moya. ATI, Kaleba and Senith, Kwashioka. Keza and Star Hezek, Zelenzaka. Monna Moholo wa Thulaganyo, Fomaga Serete. Matere, Utsamike.
YAMAs 9. No.
So, I'm not even joking, all right? This is what happened. I went to Mushopa, all right? It was one of those days, it was hot, I was feeling dehydrated, and there was a song playing in my mind. They said, what's that song? I said, Kwashioka. It's ATI, Calypsy, and said, Shani.
Obviously, I'm not the award winner. But he literally just texted me. He's like, if by some chance I win, please go accept this award for me. He asked me to thank his producers that he worked on the record with. He said to appreciate you guys as the people for voting the record in. So on behalf of Saliba, of Kaliba, Sinith and ATI, thank you for the award.
One round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Kat, over to you. Round of applause, come on now.
YAMAs 9. YAMAs 9.
Congratulations to our first group of winners. Congratulations to Jackalass Onetym, Matere, Baxon, ATI, Kaliba, as well as Senith. Bahai so bona gore Matere le chokoma batari ramaka. Le bon. After all of the drama on social media, they came through and started dancing on stage as if they didn't have us huffing and puffing. Romana. It was either your team Matere or team Chukuma. I'm very, very excited to see that you guys squashed the beef and you got over whatever it is that happened. And we're waiting for more music. There's more music I get. Nelisa Ektemo staging. We should expect more. Chukuma, is that a promise? Okay, silence. Interesting. We're moving on to the next batch of awards now. This group of people, they brought the buzz, they brought the bangers, and they brought the beats. And now it's time for us to crown the cream de la creme. And in order for us to do that, allow me to call upon the gorgeous, the oh so sexy, the mommy with the most, VVA, host of the Dropbox that comes to you every single weekend. We're talking weekend drive time, and she's about to show you why she's one of the best presenters at Yarona FM. VVA, the stage is yours, my darling.
Yes, beat up.
If you ain't talking about money, my nigga, then phone your cat. You flow city quite too much, my thumb, I was in the
Thank you for the powerful introduction, Kat. The only cat that I'm addicted to. Good morning, Dumelang Goeiemôre. Or as we say on radio, top of the monta. There we go. My name is VVA and I'm super excited to be here. As most of y'all don't know, this is my first time I'm breaking my virginity. Holla. Today we're here to celebrate stories, sounds, and stars that continue to shape our music culture. We are here to honor your talent, your creativity, as well as your passion. And I'm super excited to be a part of it. This category is very dear to my heart because every single Saturday at exactly 4:26, I shine the spotlight on someone who continues to create beautiful music behind the deck and brings magic to your stage. This is the best DJ category, and your nominees are
YAMAs night. Best DJ.
Frostbite. Dizzy D. Teddy is not a DJ. Swag Kids DJs. Basho Vision. DJ Quest.
Believe me when I tell you gore ga ke a tshogela gore I'm up here. Ke tshogetse this one category, which is why ke simolotse ka yone. Can we open the envelope now? Yo, nyatetema. Sorry. And the award for the best DJ goes to the only hip hop DJ, DJ Quest! Come on now, papi.
Oh my goodness. Good morning, guys. Good morning. I'm shaking right now. I don't want to lie. I did not expect this. I just want to thank God for giving me this opportunity to bless you guys with good music every single time. And the dance floor, obviously, you know. But can please, Frostbite, please come up here. My brother, please come up here. Please. Ladies and gentlemen, see this man right here? He gave me an opportunity when I didn't have one. Put me on to R&B on the lawn, and it's been amazing ever since. So this is not just for me, it's for all of us in the hip-hop community, in the R&B community, every single one of us. This is ours, guys. Hip-hop one way. Let's go.
Shout out to them for keeping the culture alive and bringing the best mixes as well as the best transitions to the magic floor. The next category is for Abafazi, the ladies who birth the nations, who empower, but most definitely move us through their music. This is the category for Best Female, and the nominees are
YAMAs night. Best Female Single.
Bouncy, Loco. Licky, featuring Katahwa Rampale. Pressure. Mposibina, Tsepo. Lera, Lebanzola. Dato Seiko, The Vow.
YAMAs night.
Oh, Namonati. And the winner for the Best Female category is Dato Seiko!
Nobody can tell me that God is not patient. Cause girl, with you, he took his time. Girl, with you, he took his time. They cannot convince me he's not only present. Cause through your face I see.
Oh my, Jumelang. Bakolwane, shout out. Honorable. Shout out. It's a surreal moment for me. Thank you so much. Shout out Posibina and shout out everybody who was in this category, I believe. And that's Mother right there. I remember when I had my first EP, I called her and she said, say less. She believed in me, you know, so thank you, Mother. I want to thank my mom for believing in the dream, because, yeah, it's a crazy dream, hey? I want to thank my team, everybody who made this possible. We shot this song on a zero budget. I want to say shout out to Local Corner, to Glotto, Wame, Mumsy, Warner Music for believing in me and saying, hey, this is a big song. I want to shout out to my supporters, everybody who is streaming the song. We're on 44 million streams. And that's big. And lastly, I just want to say, not lastly, shout out Hape Makwati for believing in me and holding it down. That's Dato Seiko. Now I'm just the music. Hape Makwati is the Dato Seiko. And lastly, this award goes to, it's a bittersweet moment for me, but this award goes to my brother. He would have loved to be here today, but I know wherever he is, he's smiling, he's proud. So this is not mine, but this is for Pirima Petla's Koksakasi, Panspe Zulu Pandafoko, as he would say. Thank you very much. Shout out.
This is one of the most intoxicating smiles I have ever seen. Sheer excitement. I'm just there like, you know, it's like the award is for me. But anyway, let's move it along. I like how Jonah, right now, we're getting into the best male category. Hi, gentlemen. As Cage said, okay? Sorry, Papa. But yeah, and your nominees are
YAMAs Best Male Single.
Latty featuring B.O. Beats, Wena. Baxon featuring Matere, Chobolo. DJ KSB featuring MC, Maloba. Jackalass One Time, TP. Ezra Nithings, Hokatwe. Matere, Otameke.
Listen, I thought the female category was tough. When I took a look at that, it's going to be another tough one, but we're opening the envelope. Le ready? And the award for best male goes to Matere!
Voilà.
Dumelang gonna mokhutswane ba ga so tota ke itumetse. I'm so happy santlhela ke batla go leboga Yarona gore be ba tshwere di awards ke batla go ba leboga ne se ka boneng ka beresa phuthagana. So sengwe gape se nka se buang ke gore ke batla go leboga Batswana botlhe ba e leng gore ba ntse ba re emenokeng ba re supporta go le botlhoko go le monate le lona ba le tsileng ga ke batla go le leboga ga ne se ka lona nka bere se ha re leng teng. And I want to thank my guy for putting me on spotlight. Ha ne se ka ene nka bo sena Anthony ba. And I want to thank my guy Chokoma for rabatsile a tsile go bana ka rira mathata ke mathata gona re go ka tweng mongwe le mo tshwantse ra itsela ro go sa iraga. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Mawe te batlong ke leboga e re chacha go na le di satanists tse dingwe hale ka te geography kgotsa ga te ke boma Malaitaka, thank you very much. I love you so bad, so bad. My big so everyone, Bakalakari bote, Bakweni bote. We love you guys. You're the best.
So the next category, before I get into it, I would like to give a big shout out to Frostbite for reminding us how beautiful this genre is. With his R&B on the lawn, he has brought back the vibes of R&B. Ikilelo ate. Ha go batla o tsamaya o le single la ukwa. La nkutla. Maybe le ha o tsamaya ha ile gore ga o single o ska mo tlogela ko morago ka nna le zanga zanga. All right, so the next category is for Best R&B, and the nominees are
YAMAs 9. Best R&B Single.
Samantha Mokgwe featuring Mposibina, Marang. Mposibina, Tshepo. Latty featuring Katlego Ramphaleng, Pressure. Priscilla K, Decipher. Dato Seiko, The Vow.
YAMAs 9.
To all the ladies in this category, let me remind you, you're all on my playlist. And I play you every day. When I mean every day, I mean every day. And the winner for the Best R&B Single goes to Licky featuring Katlego Ramphaleng, Pressure. Oh, sorry. I guess this is me. All right, let me just. I first of all would like to thank me and me for being me and producing. I'm joking. Listen, shout out to the ladies who won this award. We'll be accepting it on their behalf. To more music and more vibes.
Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to our winners. A louder round of applause, please. Shout out to each and every single one of our winners. DJ Quest is no longer on a quest to win a Yama. He just conquered it. And shout out to a lady who stuck true to her vow and made sure that she continues with her queen status. And most importantly, how can Tamika? Next Yamas, how to and a high congratulations to the ladies that didn't succumb to the pressure, Licky as well as Katlego. A round of applause. Congratulations to the 4 winners. Ladies and gentlemen, before we continue with the next group of awards, may we kindly say goodbye to the oh so lovely Assistant Minister of the State of President, Mayor Muputing. She has to leave to go to another meeting, but thank you so much for gracing us with your presence, and thank you for imparting your words of wisdom to us. But now I'm giving you another cute addiction. She's one of the best dancers in Botswana and the youngest presenter that we have at Yarona FM. She's an advocate for all things beauty, all things growth, and the name of her show is called Flow and Glow. Ladies and gentlemen, please let us welcome the host of Flow and Glow every Saturday, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m., Ritumetse.
Thank you so much. So, I'm gonna tell you something real quick. I don't really rock with the winter. I don't like cold weather, nothing like that. My uniform, every day, crop tops and booty shorts. So I had to show a little bit of crop, but we're still keeping it classy today. You feel me? You feel me? Like I said, my name is Ritumetse, host of Flow and Glow, and every morning I want you to wake up and say, we are happy, we are flowing, and we are glowing. Watch your life improve, I promise. So we're gonna jump into it with best social media. We're here raising well-rounded people, right? So we're gonna talk about it, we're gonna give props, and here are the nominees.
YAMAs 9. Best social media.
Hensi. The choreographers BW. DJ Latty. Baxon. Dato Seiko. William Last KRM.
YAMAs 9.
Alrighty, now Kat mentioned that I'm a dancer and I be killing it in these streets, but these ones also do. The winner of best social media is the choreographers. Get it, hey, yes, woo!
Dumelang botsadi, dumelang bonkgonne le bonnake. Ne re se ready for speech e re tshogile. Mere nya for Matere tsela ka yone. Ke tla tsa sebaka se ke leboge Batswana ka kakaretso go dumele mo go rona. Ke leboge di artist batho ba ileng gore we work ka music wa bone. Ke leboge Yarona FM gore ha monyetla o ntsenyana gore re le bango ba di dancera re kgonne gore re nne mo di awardsing. Ga ise go direge gore bone dance group mo di awardsing. So ra leboga ke leboge bonnake ba ke berekang le bone the choreographers go dumela mo go nna le nna ke dumela mo go bone. Ke tsa ke re mo ke tshimologo a sengwe le sengwe re tsamaela ko pele. But thank you so much guys, ra leboga.
Congratulations once again. Now we're gonna move on to what is personally my favorite category because it is my favorite genre. You will not catch me without lip gloss and big hoops on, you feel me? So we're gonna jump into it with best hip hop.
YAMAs 9. Best hip hop.
View and Kenza featuring Zeus, Skarasa. Siru featuring Drake Bingwang, Bashianyana. Hippie Bambino featuring Lissy Rob, Apollo Diablo, and Chabito, Summer Breeze. KX Legit featuring Tuli, Can't Pass the Torch. Jackalass One Time, Phoebe Time.
You see why I love hip hop so much? So many different vibes in that category, you feel me? Now let's find out who the winner is. Best hip hop at YAMAs 9, Jackalass One Time with TP.
Hey yo, bro, Lance, is that you?
Been good or bad days, man, I'm free. I know what to me, but I don't want to miss it. No matter what they try to stop me, man, I cannot change my way. I cannot change my way. You cannot change my face.
Again and again, I get. Get out of Baba Legan way, Miss Abatakon. Aris is there, Tama, Baba Legan way, Miss Abatakon. Abaka, Jagger. But guys, Kidirile post I guess similar going to or Vegasali or Mr. Pro Lanes.
I think re na le bone bo 10 years re ntse re bereka and this is one of the songs that dule mo processing ha re ntse re ira whatever se ntse re sira. So Mr. Prolins, shout out to you, Grootman aga, shout out to Lady Drip Madumani, ya go bona Brayaga, support you. E magarina wa tla Brayaga ba go bona. Ke lona le paralaga lele since day one, ontswara. So guys, ke le bogile hela thata again apa mantsi gape. One love.
Between you and Devil, I'll change how to melo who won. In everything we touch, so solo fella, ma do what to bukuto. Pata kivamo kijamu puto and
So this man is nominated for 3 Yamas this year and he's already collected 2. So let's see if he gets the 3rd one, eh? Now we're about to jump into, hey, there's a video of me somewhere on TikTok. I was dance battling to Amapiano. Whoever put that video out there and put my loss out there, you'll know me one day. You'll know me. But let's jump into it. These are the nominees for Best Amapiano.
Yamas Best Amapiano.
Harry Kane featuring Master KG, DJ Latty and Emo, Dubula. The Cuteness featuring Morta, Cassette. DJ KSB, Harry Kane and Makazi, Machonisa. Tato Latty featuring B.O. Beats, Wena. DJ Latty featuring Dalom Kids, Tato Latty and WK, Ditutunswane, the remix.
Yamas
And the winners for Best Amapiano at Yamas 9 are DJ Latty featuring Dalom Kids, Tato Tladi, WK with Ditutunswane remix.
Santa ki Santa, are Santa ki Santa, Sabuberi.
DJ Tututsani. Dumelang. I would like to thank DJ Latty for giving me the opportunity to produce this song, and thank you to all the people that were featured on the song.
We are not the award winners, we are the friends.
Hey, we are the friends of the award winners. Thank you.
Congratulations on winning Best Amapiano. I just want to highlight something really quick. So I'm a hip-hop girly, ne? I want to jump back to the R&B category. If you noticed, all of the nominees were women, so shout out to y'all who were in that category. You did the things. Now I'm going to take this time to welcome Kat back to the stage, and in the meantime, you can just admire me.
Thank you once again, Ritimet, and thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to our winners. A special shout out to Jackalass one time. Shout out to you, my boy, for winning 2 times. Shout out to the choreographers. We are not about celebrating talent only. We're also about making history. This was their first nomination, and they walked away with a win. Poo, 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 poo. And shout out as well to Latty as well as Dalom Kids and Tato Tladi for coming through hot and heavy with Ditutunswane, and the remix won an award. Congratulations. We're moving on to the next batch of awards. Now, these ones remind us of the beauty of celebrating excellence that has been consistent, and not only consistent, but that has also shown and grown through the test of time. Allow me to call upon the next guest presenter to present the Hall of Fame Award as well as the Icon Award. Now, this presenter is full of life, absolutely gorgeous, extremely funny, and one of the best dressed people at Yarona FM. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to welcome Kat.
Yamas 9.
funniest person ever. So the first thing we're going to do is he's just going to warm up.
And we do away with being connected to the source, to the main source. You know, only when you are connected to the source, then you will know what your purpose is. You know what you're supposed to do.
YAMAs 9.
Ladies and gentlemen, these two awards are absolutely dear to our hearts as Yarona FM. I will be reading their profiles because speaking from my heart wouldn't even do them justice. Now we will begin with the Hall of Fame award. Are we ready? Are we ready? Alrighty. Now the winner of this award is a beautiful lady who has done a lot for the industry. Now she is an entertainment industry professional with a vast experience in artist and event management, public relations and innovative promotions. Her name is derived from the Xhosa saying, Vuku ... This means get up and do it yourself. She has embodied this when she became the first female artist manager and event promoter in Botswana via ... promotions. Almost 20 years ago, in 2018, she founded Women of Works, WOW, which strives for women empowerment through issues such as financial literacy and leadership skills. Do we have a clue or do you need more? You need more, right? You need more. Oh, thanks. Oh, thank you. This gorgeousness, sorry. Let's move on. So this lady had promotions at one point and also handled event marketing, promotion and management of some of Botswana's finest stars. The likes of V, Maxi, Cast, as well as MMP Family, Eskimos, Viso-View, Banti, Mpo, as well as Trinity Mpo, rather. She's never afraid to venture into the unknown territory as an events manager, and she has coordinated the Miss Millennium Beauty Pageant, a social development project for women aged at 40 years and above. This is a testament to her determination and her hard work. She's very instrumental in exposing V as well as Maxi Khoisan to the UK as well as Asian markets. So she's definitely the ultimate plug. Her musical endeavors earned her promotional company affiliations with prominent entertainment houses and music stables in the likes of the Big AN Entertainment in the USA, South Africa's Exclusive Management Services, and Zimbabwe's Red Rose Entertainment. Ladies and gentlemen, this phenomenal woman has played a pivotal and celebratory role within Botswana creative arts and musical landscape. Let's give a well-deserved round of applause to this year's Hall of Fame recipient, Zenzele Hirschfield.
Woke up in the bed and ban TV Lejang. Whoa.
Let's all stand up and give her the loudest round of applause we can.
Hey, where's a little mona papile? Kata uletse agamile. Kate manyora baletse ba mokhamile. Ne ba tsena montung e ba kuka materase ba soka zaganyane na ichafile. Eno letso le bofile. Ha ke sure gore kebo e go dropile. Na ke tsone tse re di bonang ka o popile. Think about it out topile.
You may get seated, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Thank God. 1999, I was a student at St. Joseph's College, and I was a prefect of sports and culture. I knocked at the doors of Yarona FM, and I asked for sponsorship. If my memory serves me well, it was Shakespeare Mix who was the station manager. I told him that I believe that we've got a lot of talent at St. Joseph's College, and we had the event Mr. and Miss St. Joseph's, which my best friend in Popude Parts was actually crowning the recipient of that particular year. I was given an opportunity by Yarona FM. Yarona FM has been building dreams of young talented men and women of this country since that particular inception. Today, God just showed that indeed He is a God of season.
In his own time, he will make it happen. Now I am here in 2025 receiving this prestigious award. I have prepared a little bit of a speech, but it's not too long, just so I don't forget everything. First of all, I'd like to thank Yarona FM and its partners for this incredible honor. In 1999, when I was a student at St. Joseph's College, I took a leap of faith and knocked on the doorsteps of Yarona FM to ask for partnership for Mr. and Miss St. Joseph's and Talent Night. Guess what? Yarona FM was the first commercial radio station to believe in my passion and craft. And the rest is history. This award is evident that women can easily deliver in any chosen field as their male counterparts. I always say it, the Maxis, the Amantla Brown, the Impossibinas, they really get their flowers, but girls, they are doing it. And I can see that this morning, a lot of men are really begging it. But I want to say to you, Dato Seiko, that the season is now. You are the leaders of now. And keep doing it and doing it right. This award is not just a victory for me, but a victory for the men and women who've paved the way before and continue to inspire. Thank you to my family, especially my one and only daughter, Halle Hirschfeld, my friends, my mentors who've believed in me, members of the media. Behind Zen, there were men and women who penned my beautiful canvas story. I want to thank you. I've spotted a few of you that have always written about my Zen magic. And to all of the artists that have believed in my craft, thank you so much for trusting me with your works, especially V Mampizi. And one of the artists that really, put the icing on top is actually here this morning as my +1 to witness this historic moment. Benty of the YSO, thank you for bringing back to the game. I think that was in 2016 when I had said, I'm tired. I can never surpass what I've done. But you said you believed in me and you backed 6 YAMAs. Oh, yeah? This award motivates me to keep pushing boundaries and serving my God-given purpose. Thank you to all the corporates that have believed in my brand. Thank you to Ndarai Zara for always being there. Thank you to BK Proctor, just to name a few of the corporates that really believed in my Zen magic. To the young women in the business community, you are the unsung heroes. Your time is now for everything you set your eyes on with God. It is declared, for the Bible tells us in the book of Matthew 7 that ask and it shall be given to you, seek and you will find, knock on the door and it will be open for you. In closing, there is a particular one man that I want to thank. I think he's in the midst today. He's called Owen Rampa. When I went back in the years, Owen used to say, you think Yarona, I want to say to you gentlemen that thank you, and to all the beautiful women that came later on, Mother Matere, and she was one of the women that really made me believe we can equally deliver in every. And Kels as well, Miss K, I think I show her somewhere here. And thank you, my brother, Pesi and Dumi. This one is for Drama Boy and the late of my memory mother.
Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for our Hall of Fame winner, Mezenzele. Woo! Congratulations on your win. We're now jumping into another category. When we speak of, another one, woohoo! When we speak of people that have fundamentally and monumentally changed the creative industry, we usually refer to them as icons. The like of Michael Jackson, the likes of Kanye, not really. No, he's not. He's an icon? Really? Is he better than The Weeknd? We're not gonna do that. The Weeknd is better than Kanye. He is an icon. We also have other icons of well that come right here from the heart of BW. And today we are going to celebrate an icon. Really, really excited to be giving this award to this recipient because this man is a media mogul, pun fully intended, and you will get why. He's absolutely amazing and well versed in all different categories in the entertainment industry. And if you don't know why this man is so special and why we refer to him as an icon, let me tell you why. This man is popularly known as Bad Boy Brando. And he, Tsala, tla ke mo tsatsanke. E mo pele. Our winner of this award is known as Brad Boy Brando, and he is a multifaceted Motswana entertainer whose dynamic career spans over music, radio, acting, comedy, voiceover work, as well as animation. Brando was the lead vocalist of the pioneering urban hip-hop and R&B group Ghetto Flavor in 1997, and they did their debut album called Mr. Chocolate, and it became a classic. His solo career gave birth to classics like Coco, a song for Mama, Coco. Ne ke batla go bona Lamwitsi. No, ne ke batla go bona Lamwitsi. No, me go bona Lamwitsi. Should I go on? Ke tswelle. Alrighty. Brando's charismatic voice has been a staple on Botswana's airwaves as he launched his broadcast career on Yarona FM as part of the first cohort of presenters, whilst also doubling up as an in-house producer at Yarona FM. He hosted popular shows like the Feel Good Foundation and the Big Breakfast Show, where we all known him as Stupid 1 and Stupid 2 with Robbie Rob. Internationally, Brando served as a radio manager for Radio Mariah under the United Nations mission in Sudan. What a philanthropist. Contributing to media development in conflict zones, he also co-founded the acclaimed Makhabaneng radio drama alongside Mike Proctor, promoting health education through entertainment. He is a gifted comedian and a voice impersonator. The voice behind Constable? You're gonna do that when you get on stage, right? Please. Brando has a beautiful legacy, and his career reflects a relentless pursuit of artistic excellence. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner for the Icon Award is Brando.
Jesus, I see you. Shout out to Lyrical Buster. KPList in the building.
Thank you very much. This is actually the first award that I've ever got in my entire career. So it's a very special one for me, but I'd like to first and foremost thank the Almighty, the Creator, the one that has put all of this talent in me. Without Him, I am nothing. I come from a small town. I was born in a small town called Rapa, and I grew up with people pouring love into me. I grew up in a community that made me who I am. And I was very fortunate, to meet people that have done nothing but inspire me and feed my creativity. Ha ke gola ko Rapa, I met a guy by the name of Tebogo Maribeng, known as Turbo T at the time, who later then became DJ Bass. He taught me how to break dance. He taught me how to feel rhythm. He taught me hip hop. And he took me, to the teen times where I was able to express myself. I then later met the man who would become my North Star, Mike Proctor, at a very young age. Mike Proctor was a guy who didn't drink alcohol. Now, no the pineapple, the cream soda. We spent time with Mike. Mike put us in rehearsals. We would dance after school. He taught us, how to use microphones. And we formed the group Ghetto Flavor at the time. We were young, fresh out of school, and he said, guys, there's no money in music, but the music will open doors for you. Mike taught us a lot of things. We performed with the greats, the tribal monks of the world back then. I was very honored to share the stage with Brenda Fassie, the late Brenda Fassie. And during that time, we would perform, and there was no money. But he kept the vision alive. He kept saying, B, you got to keep at it. The music will open doors for you. And Mike Proctor led me to what then would become my purpose in life, the dream that I had. He opened the doors to my dream, and I ended up at Yarona FM because of the music. I was part and parcel of the team that first started broadcasting at Yarona FM. So I want to take this time to thank the men that built that. Repesi Raditadi, I will always honor you, and you hold a dear place in my heart. Thank you so much for building this thing. I know everything that you went through. Redumilo Pang, to the team that worked tirelessly. And you are a big brother, you are a mentor, and I will forever respect and honor you. To the late Matata, Oenongore was very crucial to this dream. He had the vision. Re Owen Rampa, you're a big brother, you've always guided us. There's so many people that have made me what I am today. I wouldn't be anywhere without a lot of you. To the producers that have worked with me on the music, BK Proctor, who gave me my biggest hit. Arekokokar, Kima Tata Abusilo, Akokota Siabuleli, Warubatama. So, you know, we were messing around in the studio, and it actually became one of my biggest hits. To everybody that has spent time working with me, to all of you, there's so many of you, the Thomas Chulumes, the Kaisers, who's here today, names the producer, to everybody that has put into what Brando is today. But lastly, I want to thank my mother, who is my best friend and the person that has always kept me grounded. To my sister Daisy, my sister Monica, you are the guys that, you know, are always there to listen when I want to give up. And you always tell me there is no giving up for you. So this award means everything to me. To the people that have nurtured me on the radio, you have invited me into your homes, you have invited me into your cars, you allowed us to be a part of your lives. And I want to thank the artist community of Botswana. You guys inspire us to be everything that, you know, we are today. And lastly, but not least, over the years, you know, to the person that has given me a ride, to the person that has given me their couch to sleep on, to the person that has always said, you can come and record your song in the studio with no money. It is because of you that I am what I am today. And to everybody in this room, I thank you and I honor you. Ke a leboha.
YAMAs 9.
One thing stood out for me. It's how they talked about community and the importance of collaboration and the importance of uniting and the importance of putting your best foot forward so you can be the best version of yourself. So thank you very much for being beautiful examples to us young ones in the industry of just how far we can go if we continue to do what we know how to do best. Woo-hoo. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause to the people that made this happen, the company with the most. Thank you very much once again to the Okavango Diamond Company. And before we say goodbye, please do note for next year we're coming back bigger, better, bolder, and stronger. It's the Yarona FM 10th edition of the Music Awards, and you don't want to miss that. So that song you're sleeping on, that song you're not sure about, let it rip. Just let it all out so that we can bask in your glory and the greatness that you are. Moving on to the final category of awards, I would be doing all of you a great injustice and disservice if I didn't allow you to see the next guest presenter's outfit. Ooh, come on. Love him so much. His recent rise to fame on TikTok is absolutely to die for. Ladies and gentlemen, please do allow me to welcome my dear friend and one of the best weekday presenters we have at Yarona FM. It's Vincent, right, ready, relevant, Roman Matere.
Good morning, everybody. All right. Hey, Waituri, it's very interesting. I guess what Kat was trying to do is save the best for last. I mean, the best person in the room and the best categories of the 9th YAMAs. And these are the biggest ones, these are people who we look for at the end of the year, you know. And this season of the YAMAs, we are going to be honoring producer of the year. These are people whose music we hear. Sometimes we don't even see, all right? But they are the ones that make it happen. They are the ones who ensure that the beat definitely goes on. Ladies and gentlemen, the nominees for for producer of the year.
YAMAs 9. Producer of the year.
Fella. Drake Bingweng. Semi-legendary. DJ KSB. Hurricane.
YAMAs 9.
Wait. Do you know who it is? Ladies and gentlemen, Fella!
Yeah, it's the William to the last, bro. Everything happening, done pray for. I will take it to the top like a top dog. Then I beat my chest like King Kong. People say my face got a built on. Everybody saying that lady don't go up. How the hell you talk crap about me, bro? Please, next thing when you see me go by photo. Okay, I started by myself for the bottom. All my fake friends for the past had to cut them. These days focus on the pray and the Bible.
Dumelang. My heart is pounding. And at this point, it's late to go to the restroom. First of all, this is not my type of environment as a producer, so I'll try by all means to be as brief as I can. I'd like to thank Yarona FM from the buttocks of my heart for recognizing people such as Fella. And then secondly, I'd like to thank the artists in order they continue to trust me with that work, because without artists, I'm not a producer. I'm just a guy. And then above all, I'd like to thank my hometown, Palape, where the rest of my family is from. And then lastly, the most important, the reason why we are all here, God himself. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I go by the name Hardest Working.
Whoop, whoop. He is not lying when he says he's the hardest working. Every time we hear a song on radio, it's Fella. So a big shout out to you. And next category is the one whose song, the person whose song we hear on the airwaves over and over and over again. And we just don't get tired of it, right? And ladies and gentlemen, this is the artist for the year. Artist of the year, rather, and here are your nominees.
YAMAs 9. People's Choice, Artist of the Year.
Hensi. Mposibila. Baxon. Hurricane. DJ KSB. Jackalass Onetym.
YAMAs 9.
No. Can I tell you a funny story? At last year's YAMAs, at the 8th YAMAs, I gave this man the award, and he's receiving it again this year. Hensi! All right, I guess Hensi is not here, but we'd like to accept this award on his behalf. Thank you so much. All right, now, after listening to this one person over and over and over and over again, we listen to this one song over and over and over and over again, but we never get tired. Ladies and gentlemen, Song of the Year.
YAMAs 9. People's Choice, Song of the Year.
DJ KSB, Hurricane and Makazi, Machonisa. Baxon featuring Matere, Chobolo. Ezra Nithings, Hokatwing. Hurricane, Master KG and DJ Latty featuring Imo, Tubula. Matere, Otsameke. Mwana moholo wa thulaganyo, Tlhomaga Serete.
YAMAs 9.
another proud moment because as a young boy from Kalahadi Box Spits, this one goes to Matere. Utamike.
Voilà.
It's not me, it's God. So thank you very much. He tried. But all thanks to my guy Chukuma. Bra, you are the best. I respect you. You are my mentor. You are my main man at the moment. Thank you very much. Mawe.
Congratulations to everyone in this category, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a pleasure presenting this group of awards. My name is Vincent Roman Matere. So let me do you one better. Hello, TikTok. My name is... No, that's not how you do it. Hello, TikTok. This is your favorite gunkle, aunticle, or as my niece loves to call me, Malume Roman.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of our awards ceremony. Congratulations to all of the winners and all of the nominees. We have some first-timers that won awards and some people by Longor have won before. So congratulations to all of you, and most importantly, let's keep the music coming. No drama, no nothing. When we leave this place, we're going to the studio and we're creating more music, right? We agree? I see a few heads shaking. And if you do not give us music on Posibina, but as we close the curtains on the 9th edition of the YAMAs 2025, thank you so much for your input, either as a DJ, a producer, the artist themselves, the recordist, the friend. Your has to listen to these lyrics over and over and over before your friend goes to studio. Thank you so much for contributing to the industry. Shout out to the videographers as well that shoot the music videos. And most importantly, to the industry veterans that we can always go to when we need a reminder of why we're doing this or when we need some motivation. And shout out as well to our sponsors once again, Okavango Diamond Company, for showing us that, you know, when you give a bit of generosity, it can go a long way. So thank you once again. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, the real reason why we're here, there's food outside, my loves. And we are going to eat in this order. Our VIPs, being our first row, will have their food first, followed by each and every single one of our artists, and then us, the supporters. Thank you very much from Yarona FM as well as Yarona FM Music Awards. Let's do this again next year. It's double digits. We're going to be turning 10, so there's more we're going to be bringing. And we really do hope that you continue to submit your music at music@yaronafm.co.bw. Make sure to stick to our socials as well to find out about anything interesting and fun that we're going to be doing over the next year. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kat, and I'm the only cat you should be addicted. I'm the only cat you should be addicted. Thank you so much, my loves. It's been a great morning. Have a beautiful, successful day. Bye.
Over the last decade, the Yarona FM Music Awards have grown to represent the dreams, ambitions, resilience, and brilliance of BW artists. The YAMAs continue to serve as a reminder to BW talent that we see you, You are important and you deserve your flowers. Deserve your flowers. Over the years, we have witnessed the YAMAs become something to aspire to for BW artists. We have witnessed greatness blooming right before our eyes, with some artists growing from being relatively unknown newcomers to subsequently winning Artist of the Year. Artist of the Year. We've also seen some of the legends and greats of the creative industries grace the YAMA stage to be honored, to host, and to perform. The likes of Skizo, Oskido, Double HP, Press Beats, Bonang Mateba, Drummer Boy, and Sasa Class. The YAMAs aren't about just one night of glamour. They are also about empowerment, sharing knowledge, and networking, creating opportunities for industry newbies and seasoned artists to share an experience and bond over what brings us all together. The music. The music. The YAMAs are about creating a legacy and memories. A chance for BW artists to take center stage, to shine bright amongst and with the people at a premium red carpet event. YAMAs 9 is a culmination of years of lessons, losses, and wins. Even through tough economic times and a world-threatening pandemic, the YAMAs have continued and have remained resolute in keeping to the mandate of honoring the deserving. That will not stop. The beat goes on. YAMAs 9.